actually had a customer that visited BioAccelerator last year, had his knees injected, and he's an older fella, supposed to get a double knee replacement, and instead had the injections done and started growing cartilage and end up needing a knee replacement at all and continued to carry on with life. So I'm here because a few years ago I was diagnosed with MS, and it was actually just in the beginning of COVID. I was dealing with that, and understood that there was some value to some treatments that weren't considered normal. I live in Canada, and stem cells are just not a common thing. And I actually had a customer that visited BioAccelerator last year and had his knees injected, and he was an older fella, was supposed to get a double knee replacement, and for his age would have been a pretty wild recovery, and instead had the injections done and started growing cartilage, and didn't end up needing a knee replacement at all and continued to carry on with life. And when he returned, he was talking to my former employer about his experience down here, and he had mentioned that BioAccelerator works with quite a few MS patients. And so I reached out, and Jennifer Curry got in touch with me through the website, and she was wonderful throughout the process and very patient, and because it took a little while to get me down here. So yeah.
Okay, I know you said your friend kind of referred you a little bit here. He had success, and I'd love to hear those success stories. We have a lot of them. Did you look into any other stem cell companies?
No, I didn't. When I got really looking into it and seeing, a lot of the testimonials and videos and stuff like that online, it was pretty clear to me that there's really one leader in the industry doing this work. And obviously, like, you hear about Joe Rogan talking about it a ton, different athletes and stuff like that. And I was, pretty certain that if it was nonsense, that it, it would have come through at that point, right? So I was pretty confident with, it's a lot of money, right? It's a big investment in your health, and so it's, and you never know, like, there's never any guarantees, and that's obvious, but I figured this was a pretty safe bet. So, and I'm glad I did.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your week here.
So my week, I actually came in a day early. The flight, I'm from around the Toronto, Ontario, Canada area, so it was a full day of flight, and so my father and I came in a day early, and then had a day to do some excursions and stuff like that around Medellin, and beautiful city. Everybody's been awesome, right from the driver that picked us up from the airport. It's just been like a well-oiled machine. It's been really easy to follow. Everybody's been super communicative, and getting the schedule every day and having to move things around as things kind of, it just keeps you going. The people are friendly. I mean, it's been overall just a fantastic experience. It exceeded my expectations in every way, right from, the city to the people, even people on the elevator. Everybody says good morning, and like, how often do you see that anymore, right? And the different restaurants in the facility, and it's like it's got everything you could ever want in one spot. So
Yeah, people are genuinely friendly. People genuinely care, and even as like a medical, not just here, but medical all over, it's they go in, they take pride in their job, they want to help you.
do.
It's a great thing. Yeah. Now you have how many more trips here?
One more. Yeah.
If someone was kind of on the fence, thinking about coming here, and they're from the States or Europe or wherever else,
Yep.
and they're going, Medellin, Colombia for a stem cell procedure. What would you tell them? I'm not talking about outside. Obviously, you know it's beautiful. It's everything they tell you it's not. But about the medical experience, what would you tell them?
There's nothing to be nervous about. You know, the even Monday night going to get an MRI, the facilities in Colombia are world class. There is nothing that is there's nothing that is second rate about what's going on in this country whatsoever. It is absolutely world class, from the staff to the facilities to the equipment to the precautions, the medication. I mean, it's all here, and I would not hesitate for a second to return for really any other medical procedure if need be. So, truthfully.